A new book on the royals was branded vicious and plain nasty last night. While Buckingham Palace kept a contemptuous silence, well-placed sources described wild claims that Charles, Camilla and William conspired to undermine Harry and Meghan as depressingly poisonous. Omid Scobie's book also takes aim at the Princess of Wales, branding her cold and lambasting her for backing mental health causes while ignoring Meghan's cries for help. It tries to stoke a row over the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh's jokey bid to deflect questions about the Sussexes' bombshell Oprah Winfrey interview by saying, "Oprah who?" He says this made Edward and Sophie seem casually bigoted. Endgame, which was published in Australia yesterday and hit shelves here today, paints an almost comically negative view of the monarch, with royals depicted as pantomime-style villains. Buckingham Palace and Kensington Palace have declined to comment, believing they have nothing to gain from engaging with the claims. Charles and William were both instead out on public engagements close to their heart, the king hosting a global investment summit and his son attending the Tusk Conservation Award. Those in royal circles describe the book as plain nasty, vicious, and a skewed retelling of family events in the Sussex style. Endgame claims Charles's ineptitude in handling Harry and Meghan and refusal to give them the apology they demanded has turned them into disruptors. Harry tried to reach out to his father after the publication of his vitriolic memoir, Spare, earlier this year by calling his father, but felt the king's response was cold and brief. Senior royals turned a blind eye to aides leaking details about the Sussexes as part of their power games and subjected them to institutional cruelty. William and his father are at loggerheads about the future of the monarchy and the handling of family issues. Their distrust and simmering animosity resulted in Charles deriving schadenfreude from his son's supposedly disastrous tour of Caribbean last year. William is colder, but also inexplicably more hot-headed than his father and has no problem taking prisoners on the way. Camilla colluded in stories being leaked about other royals and has no relationship with Harry. The book says she has great sympathy for what Meghan went through but no respect for the way the Sussexes handled themselves. The king was so indecisive about how to treat his beleaguered brother Andrew that William had to step in to insist he lose his privileges. Charles stumbled through his first 100 days as king, and Queen Elizabeth had so little faith in him she made a former spymaster her CEO. Despite Scobie's claims to be independent from the Sussexes, they are the only ones spared his sharp words, rumors, and tittle-tattle. He claims senior royals were jealous of Harry and Meghan's success and undermined them. Meghan suffered because she was too dynamic, he says, insufficiently reverential as a woman of color working in an entitled, exceedingly white space, and reminded the royals of Princess Diana.